it's not, actually it's not my main concern either. Because it's not, whatever happens to people, whether they are more enlightened or not, or whether they know anything or not, is not up to me, no? And I cannot try to impose this. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But I do have a huge loyalty to the, let's say, to the investigation itself, or to the people I encounter, or to the facts I try to establish. So this is where my loyalty is. And I'm really concerned about that. What people think about it, I really don't care. But I'm not doing it because of that.
I'm thinking of something that is quite where it's going, but maybe you can speak a little bit to it. There seems to be like 3 substances, right? That go just like in your work. There's kind of like the absence of a missing person that is dealt with hyper-materializing that question. No? I mean, the question of the absence is a question now of bones, of plaster, of all sorts of techniques, of materials, of gases, of, it has an incredible kind of materiality. And then there's something that is between that kind of absence and kind of real material reality, and that's the image. Right? It's kind of in between them. And it seems that, without going into the very political, the meaning of that there is here kind of an interesting interrogation of the fact that in order to get into sort of ghostliness, right, of the absence, you go through a kind of a material investigation, right? The failure of the material investigation leads you to that evaporation of the possibility, the permanent missing, or as you call it, or other things. So I think that here that tension between kind of the abstraction and hypermateriality is very interesting. Where is the image located between them? So I don't know. Do you want to speak to that, or maybe it's we leave it as?
I mean, the image is really the hinge between those, because in the image, the body is always missing. The image always registers the missing of the body, which represents. There is no body in the image. It's just a representation. And the image also has its own materiality, its own body. And that's also interesting, because this own body of the image is, so to speak, the failed representation. It is the glitch of the image. It is the, say, it is the mismatch, if you like. Wherever the image doesn't add up, wherever it doesn't give, wherever it refuses to give the information which is required of it, you start seeing the body of the image, which is usually concealed behind a polished surface and perfect function. And whenever it refuses to do that, you see the missing body of the image. It's as if you turn it around, basically, like in this first example, where you have the pictures of the missing on the front, but the real missing is on the back, where there is no image. That's, so to speak, the body of the image. And for me, it's, in a way, much more interesting to think about forensics of the body of the image instead of the forensics of the body. What is the body of the image and how can it be analyzed? Just to give you an example, one other item I picked, from the manuscript, apart from, this is a very concrete example, apart from bones, is a charred photo roll, 35mm analog photo, and of course it's burned and totally destroyed, so you see inside there's only ashes. But so the image itself is gone. There is no more content in it. But the body of the image would give a lot of information if you just asked. It would give information about how it was destroyed, how high was the temperature, was it an explosion, was it a fire, chemicals used in it. So this is a forensics to the body of the image instead of interrogating the image. And I think the third part, which you didn't mention, there's another part which is in fact Elvis, what Elvis represents. There's also an affective dimension to all of that, which is conveyed by these narratives from popular culture, I would say, which very strongly affect my feelings from these things, or relating to these things. I'm constantly, specifically in this, but also in other projects, faced with the situation how to comprehend something to which I'm effectively very much tied, but cannot understand at all. So, in order to deal with this mismatch, what do you use? What sort of tools do you use? And tools like Bruce Lee or Elvis or whatever, these global tools, these global narratives of these traveling stories in a way, which can be used and invested differently in many parts of the world. That's very helpful. It's a translation also.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you speak about translation, as you speak about also allegory and metaphor and all sort of linguistic tropes like that, and I think that, I mean, because there's something, like one watches this material, and it's kind of full of skulls, and it's very Baroque at that, and Baroque is kind of completely cluttered with skulls, and the kind of the work that speaks on the sort of metaphorical dimension of the skull in the Baroque, it's Benjamin's work on the tragic drama,
which is actually hinged on the mismatch.
Absolutely, right? So it is kind of like through the skull, or through the materiality of the skull, that kind of an opening to another immaterialities. No, I mean the whole thing is very Christian, in that sense, that the body and the kind of the abstract that you arrive at through a kind of interrogation of the body and wounds on the body, in that sense.
I don't get that. I'm lacking religious knowledge. I couldn't.
Good. Okay, we leave it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Falling down, not to the bottom, like this. What do you think about, or is it coming as some more of this images? It's powerful image, you remember that, and suddenly almost
This is going to be very stupid what I say now, because I haven't properly researched for that. The sheer violence of having to show that trophy is, in a way, the exaggeration of the desire to identify and to put a name onto somebody. And what also shows that it happens very selectively. And, it's much more interesting to think through all the images which are not shown in relation to that one, and why that one gets all out of that. But actually, I didn't really look at that.
Because you talk about the two bodies of the king, I suddenly think about this.
Yeah, but this is maybe an example of how those bodies of the king are dead. Or, we don't know. I mean, that's which body is alive now, which is the immortal body of the king. It wasn't immediately transferred to anybody else, not even to the new rulers. It's an interesting situation. So probably it will consolidate a new body of somebody, transitional body or something. But at that point, it was left suspended, that second immortal body, and I think its only rendition that really was rendered as his dead body, as the sovereignty that was disposed of. What?
Gaddafi, you can see him being sodomized to death on the internet. Yeah? This film on the internet of Gaddafi being sodomized with a metal bar, and then they shoot him.
Okay. And it was really Gaddafi? In the film, can't you see that it's really Gaddafi? Or, I mean, that's the question.
No, because, I mean, these are the very hyper-visible cases, and there's a reason why they are hyper-visible, and it's absolutely disgusting. But, in my mind, immediately there's this whole file opening up of completely invisible, on all levels. Essentially, all of these missing I'm talking about are sort of the dark matter that enables, other pictures to hyperventilate and to become hyper-circulate and visible.
You talk about disappearance as a political weapon, perhaps, considered in those terms. I was thinking Argentina, Turkey, but in the 1980s, Argentina 1970s, Turkey 1990s. 1980s in El Salvador, tens of thousands of political activists. They might have disappeared for 24 hours, but after their interrogation and execution, their mutilated bodies were made very public. US advisors and Argentinian advisors advising the Salvadoran security forces. In the mid 2005, 2006, I forget the exact dates, the surge in Iraq, in the Sunni area, the same process took place. There was a death squad operating out of an airbase called the Death Star, after the Star Wars, run by General McChrystal, who ended up commanding Afghanistan. And this death squad, every night, was British and American special forces, aided by local assets and information from local people, killed between 10 and 30 people for about a year. And again, left their bodies in very visible. People could identify who they were and in what monstrous way they were killed as a deterrent. It was kind of the opposite of what you're discussing. One's disappearance, and the other is very, very open public mutilation to terrorize the population as well as to exterminate anybody potentially connected with resistance. And in the case of Iraq, the number of actions against the occupation forces fell to Al-Qaeda and some Shiite groups. The organized Sunni, Ba'athi, and other resistance groups were effectively annihilated by an Anglo-American death squad, but very, very visibly.
Yes, I think there is a dialectics because of most of these disappearances also took place under the public eye. Almost everybody knew they happened. Yeah, everybody knew how they were, how all these things happened. Everybody knew, many people knew where the people were buried. It was just not possible to talk about it openly, and that obviously acts as deterrent. And I do not want to go into details more of the deterrent strategies that were methods of killing that we use. But of course, there's a double logic to it. Disappearing is based on basically everybody knowing what is not supposed to be known.
Well, in Argentina, unmarked police car said, "Oh, you deal with police doing it." What happened to the body later? Another question, but for sure. What was that?
Have you ever thought of disappearing yourself, like as a way of meeting that missing people? Can you